I always believed trust was the backbone of any relationship. That's why when my girlfriend, Emily, would tell me she saw my brother, Ryan, as just family, I never questioned her words. Ryan and I had always been close, growing up under the same roof, sharing secrets, and protecting one another from life's storms. So, when Emily joined our lives, I felt a strange sense of relief that she and Ryan got along so well. I thought it meant our future would be even brighter, that the woman I loved and the brother I trusted most could form a bond of respect and kinship. How foolishly naive I was. It began subtly, so subtle that I ignored it at first. Emily and Ryan would laugh together at family gatherings, a kind of private laughter that left me feeling like the outsider. If I raised an eyebrow, Emily would squeeze my hand and say with that disarming smile, "Relax, babe, he's like family to me." And Ryan? He'd nod, almost smugly, as though the idea of suspicion was beneath him. For months, I convinced myself there was nothing wrong, because why would I want to imagine betrayal between the two people I loved the most? But there were moments that clung to me, moments I couldn't shake. One evening, Emily excused herself from our movie night, claiming she had a headache and wanted to rest. 20 minutes later, I went upstairs to check on her and found her room empty. Confused, I stepped back into the hallway, and there they were, her laughter echoing faintly from Ryan's room. My stomach churned. When I pushed the door open, I saw them sitting apart, nothing incriminating, just Emily perched on his chair and Ryan on the bed, laughing at something on his phone. Both of them froze when they noticed me. Emily gave an awkward smile. He was just showing me a video. Nothing weird. And Ryan, cool as ever, shrugged. Don't be so suspicious, man. I forced a laugh, but deep down, doubt had planted its seed. It grew worse when Emily started defending Ryan in ways that felt too personal. If I ever mentioned Ryan's recklessness with money or his impulsive decisions, she'd leap to his side, her eyes flashing, her words sharp. He's just trying his best. You should support him, not criticize him. Sometimes, she sounded more like his partner than mine. Still, every time I confronted her, she repeated the same refrain, "He's your brother. He's family." To me, he's nothing more than that. The truth finally unveiled itself on an evening I will never forget. We had gathered at my parents' house for dinner. It was a warm summer night, the kind where the air feels heavy with secrets. After dessert, I stepped outside to take a call from work. When I returned, I took the side path that led around the house to the back porch. That's when I saw them under the soft glow of the porch light. Emily and Ryan stood too close, their voices hushed, their movements tense. My breath caught in my throat as I watched Ryan tuck a strand of her hair behind her ear, his fingers lingering far longer than necessary. And then, like a cruel dagger through my heart, Emily leaned forward, and their lips met. It wasn't a chaste kiss, nor was it hesitant. It was hungry, full of desire that spoke of history, of stolen moments I hadn't witnessed. My knees went weak, and for a second, I wanted to storm in, to tear them apart, to demand answers. But I didn't. I stood frozen, my entire body trembling, my mind screaming while my heart cracked into 1,000 pieces. When they finally pulled away, Emily whispered, "We can't keep doing this. He's your brother." Ryan smirked, replying, "He'll never know. To him, you're just my sister-in-law-to-be. We're safe." My stomach twisted with nausea. The words sliced deeper than the kiss itself. That night, I said nothing. I returned inside, plastered a hollow smile on my face, and endured the rest of the evening in silence. But inside, I was already changed. The trust one once held, the love I once gave so freely, had burned to ash. When we finally returned home, Emily curled up beside me in bed, her arms draped over me like nothing had happened. I stared at the ceiling, wondering how long she had been lying, how many times my brother had betrayed me under the guise of family. The next day, I confronted her. My voice was calm, though every vein in my body burned with rage. "Emily, I saw you last night. With Ryan." I saw the kiss. Her face drained of color, her lips parting, searching for words. At first, she tried to deny it, shaking her head, insisting I'd misunderstood. But when I described the moment, down to her exact words, her shoulders slumped. Tears welled in her eyes, and she whispered, "I didn't mean for it to happen. It was a mistake." A mistake? I spat the word like poison. A mistake doesn't happen more than once. A mistake isn't something you hide. How long has this been going on? She didn't answer, her silence confirming the truth I feared. I left her that day. Packed a bag, walked out, and didn't look back. Ryan tried calling me, sending messages filled with half-hearted excuses and manipulations, but I ignored him. To me, he was no longer a brother. Family doesn't stab you in the back. Family doesn't steal the person you love. In the weeks that followed, the pain was unbearable. Nights were the worst, the memory of their kiss replaying in my head like a curse I couldn't escape. But slowly, with each passing day, I began to heal. I realized that betrayal, as much as it destroys, also liberates. It showed me the truth of who Emily and Ryan really were. It gave me the strength to walk away from people who had no right to my love or my trust. Now, when I look back, I no longer feel anger, just clarity. Emily can have Ryan, and Ryan can have her. They deserve each other, not because of love, but because of the lies that bind them. As for me, I've learned that sometimes the greatest act of love you can give yourself is walking away from those who betray you, no matter how close they once were. She called my brother just family until I saw their kiss. And that kiss told me everything I needed to know.